Hello, you're listening to Hugo Talks. CERN, those people with the 666 logo and the big particle accelerator tunnel machine in Switzerland are firing up their cylinders for the first time in 3 years, and they are going to be doing whatever it is they do, whatever it is they are doing in a couple of days on July the 5th.
If you are excited about the restart of the Large Hadron Collider at CERN, then put the 5th of July into your calendars, because this is the day when the Large Hadron Collider will start colliding particles at the highest energy we have ever done before. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, she looks really happy about it. The highest energy that we've ever done before. They're up in the stakes. Don't know what might happen, but they're going to do it anyway and they're excited. This is by their own words, an experiment. These people at CERN, they claim they don't really know what they are going to find or what the results are going to be. Here we see new CERN Hadron Collider experiment sparks July 5th Doomsday conspiracy. What's really going on, it says here. What is going on? What are they really doing? I mean, there's no point looking in the fake stream media to try and find that out. I mean, do you believe what CERN are saying? This is a company that has been funded billions, perhaps trillions, since 2008 with this collider. The money coming from 23 or 24 separate countries, the UK, USA, billions and billions poured into this. An international endeavour, an international experiment. These puppet tyrants and puppet masters are very fond of experiments these days, aren't they? It's like, look at NASA. Do you believe what they tell you? If no, then why should we believe CERN? It says here, Doomsday conspiracy theories are abounding as the new July the 5th CERN Large Hadron Collider experiment is set to create unprecedented levels of energy. The European Organisation for Nuclear Research is celebrating its 10th anniversary by restarting its Large Hadron Collider after it was shut down 3 years ago. The European organisation, also known as CERN, operates the largest particle physics laboratory in the world. It says its main function is to provide the particle accelerators and other infrastructure needed for high energy physics. Numerous high-profile experiments have been constructed at the Institute through international collaborations, such as the creation of the World Wide Web. Yeah, the World Wide Web. The guy who created the internet, he was at CERN. Okay, the World Wide Web, the web that we are all now caught in, the net that they are using to trap us all, the internet, the thing that is making it possible for the digital IDs, the social credit scores, the cashless system, the monitoring network of everyone, the digital trap. All of that can only work with the internet. Don't get me wrong. You're watching this video with the internet, and there's many great opportunities that have been created by the internet. But so far, that's only been in the short term. What's it going to be like in the long term? What will people's opinion be then? That's the question. But yeah, it was CERN who brought us the internet. CERN with their 666 logo. On July the 5th, 2022, it says, there will be collisions of unprecedented energy levels at the Large Hadron Collider. The LHC, which is the world's largest and most powerful particle accelerator, is at the centre of conspiracy theories surrounding CERN. People have shared their superstitions regarding the portal that will open after two high-energy particle beams are set to travel at close to speed of light before they collide. Yeah, it sounds like Stranger Things. They're going to open up a portal to the other side, upside down world, and bring in the demons. Or is it all a load of baloney? Are they up to something else? Is it a big money scam? Is this concept going to be part of the whole Great Reset in some way? I don't know. Let's take a look at this news clip here.
When you're talking about the Large Hadron Collider and physics experiments at this level, the key word is energy. What they're trying to do there is mimic, approach the energies that happened at the beginning of the Big Bang. When all the energy that was released, some of it stayed energy, a lot of it turned into matter.
So they're saying it's a massive, super expensive experiment based on a Big Bang theory, right? Which is a theory. It's just an idea, a possibility, a theory that sounds to me like a tall tale. Were they there at the beginning of creation? No. So they don't really know, do they? And all of this is based off of something they don't actually know. Anyway, we will continue.
And so if you want to understand the nature of that matter, you need to pull it apart and have a good look at it. And you do that by banging particles into each other that smash into their constituent particles, elements, even, smaller and smaller and smaller subatomic elements. And you need huge energies to do that. You're accelerating protons, the building blocks of atoms, around this ring at near the speed of light and smashing them into each other. And they fly apart, revealing all the constituents and other elements and energies that make up matter in the universe.
And why is this research so important?
Well, if we want to understand our place in the universe, we need to get as deep down as we can get. And in order to do that, you need these energies. And that's what they're doing.
You're never going to get an answer. Why is this so important? We need to understand the mysteries of the universe. You're not going to understand. You won't be able to. It's beyond your comprehension. This is once again man attempting to be God.
Upgrading the injectors that fire the particles, they're not upgrading the magnets so much as retraining the magnets that direct these particles so that you can get these higher and higher energies. And also they're getting higher collision rates, because when you're doing these experiments where maybe 1 in 1,000 times you get the result you want, you need to do them many, many, many times over and over again. And, the answer to why are we doing it is, if we want to understand the universe, our place in the universe, we need to get as fundamental understanding of it as we can. It's called the Standard Model. And what these guys are trying to do is break the Standard Model to see if it holds up to everything they can find out. Everything we know about the universe is all lumped together in this idea of the Standard Model.
Yeah, it's impossible to know. They don't know. What actual use is any of this to us? I mean, this has been going on for 14 years, this Hadron Collider. You look into what have we actually gained from this? And you're not going to get much of an answer. Tetraquarks? Higgs boson? Look, I'm not a physicist, and I may be speaking ignorantly, but I'm not seeing the value in this huge, expensive and dangerous experiment.
So what kind of timelines are we looking at here?
I won't see it. It's impossible to know, because each time they do something, they find out something else. Until 2012, the Higgs boson was something on an equation, and then the Large Hadron Collider proved it. The things that are going to be very interesting in the next in the next few years, I was talking to a physicist at CERN, not involved with the Large Hadron Collider, but with the antimatter factory, which we're going to visit on Razor in a couple of weeks, which I'm very excited about. He said the raison d'etre for the Large Hadron Collider now is to try and discover dark matter. Dark matter in that standard model that I was talking about, and dark energy, are the bits we know have to be there, but we have no idea what they are.
Never going to know. They want to find something, but they have no idea what they're looking for, using this massive machine which they say can create a black hole and can punch a hole in the atmosphere. It sounds incredibly reckless and a huge, huge self-indulgence on a scale never seen before. And that's only if you're buying into the official story. What are they doing? Do they really not know what to expect? Would they really be taking that much of a risk? Or is all of this just a front to hide what they are truly doing? Is it all a smokescreen? Which is something, could they be doing something else entirely different? There's a big whiff of crap coming from this, in my opinion. Now, back in 2016, there was this supposedly leaked video footage from the CERN site. Here we see mock ritual at CERN HQ. These guys all dressed up in black robes. You remember this came out? Someone was filming it from one of the CERN office windows. And then afterwards, the CERN people said it was some of the people who worked there. And it was a prank. And they had been fired now. What was that all about? To me, looking back at it now, the way it was featured and presented all over the mainstream media, it seemed like this was done deliberately, like they were trying to build a myth or a narrative that there was something evil going on there. I don't know. Maybe planting a seed into people's minds way back then. Maybe not, but there is something not right about it in my opinion. Why would these people who work there go to this trouble for a prank with all of these people in robes? And then again, if it was real, wouldn't it have been hushed up? I mean, the media, would they have covered it as much as they did? I mean, I don't know. To me, it's very odd. Are we looking at the early stages of planting a seed in people's head way back then? Is this the beginning of a much larger and grander hoax? I don't know. Let us know in the comments what you think. But if you go down the witchcraft angle here, if these people are truly trying to open up a portal to another dimension, and it's motivated by getting in contact with the dark side, then there is history to this. I mean, you only have to look at, say, Jack Parsons, yeah? Jack Parsons was an American rocket engineer, chemist, and a Thelemite occultist, okay? A close companion and acolyte of Aleister Crowley and L. Ron Hubbard. He was one of the most, it says here, influential figures in the history of the American space program. His Jet Propulsion Lab helped to start NASA, okay? While at the same time, he was performing ritual magic, black magic, including banishing impure elements with pentagrams, invocating the power of the holy guardian angel, it says here, and offering daily adorations to the sun. All kinds of black magic stuff going on here with this Aleister Crowley. I mean, I won't go into it here, but there's some weird stuff kind of linked to Trump called the Moonchild that Jack Parsons was involved with. Look into that one if you want. So there is history of a connection between these elements, between black magic and these so-called big scientific research organizations. Here, for example, on CERN's website, they even have an experiment called Witch. Yeah, Witch Hunt Nearing End at CERN. This is on their website. It says here, for Halloween, meet CERN's very own Witch experiment at Icehold as it nears the end of its data analysis. And as you can see, this machine, this laboratory, has its own logo, which is a witch on a broomstick. Apparently, this machine, it says here, traps beams of ions and can measure the recoil energy of an ion, and it emits positron and an electron neutrino during beta decay, whatever that means. Here's the logo, and CERN themselves here even state that what they do is akin to witchcraft here. It says, looking for such new physics is looking for the complete unknown. You could say it's similar to witchcraft. It takes something akin to that to find it. So they're telling you that they are up to witchcraft. Is it just another extension to what Jack Parsons and the likes of Aleister Crowley were doing, summoning or attempting to summon beings from the other side, opening portals to another dimension, but on a much bigger funded scale? Even if what they are telling us is true, their official story, there are also scientists who are saying that it is bonkers. Here we see physicist begs colleagues not to build another Large Hadron Collider. Oh yeah, they want to now build another bigger collider at the cost of $23 billion. In this article, the physicist claims the discoveries that they are making are increasingly obscure and theoretical and don't really explain anything. He says it's an incredible waste of money, and the bigger it gets, the more dangerously unpredictable it all becomes. So it says here. So the real question is, what are they up to? Let us know what you believe, what you think in the comments. If you think this video is useful, please share it with whoever you might think might find it useful. As always, thanks for listening. Come and subscribe to HugoTalks.com, and I'll see you later.